Now, Infosys' lead independent director, KV Kamath, tells ET Now that he is not worried about the management exodus at the IT firm. He has defended the board's move to bring back NRN Murthy. ET Now's Chandra Srikanth began by asking Kamath if concerns surrounding governance at Infosys were justified.
Honestly, no. And I will tell you why I say no and so say it so categorically. See, there is theory. Such a thing has to be done. Separation of duties, retirement age and so on. But to me, what is above that is the best interest of all the stakeholders. The best interest of the government, the best interest of society, best interest of shareholders, employees, your customers, in whichever order. I think when you look at that best interest, you have to aim for the optimal solution. And I think that is what was done in June of last year. We worked out what was the optimal solution. And I think the results then dictate whether it was right or wrong. So to me, there is no one answer. The governance process slackens if you find that as a consequence of a change that you have done, there is a breakdown in governance. I see no breakdown in governance at all. Governance has actually been tightened even more, I would say, because you want to make sure the process that you have set in motion truly ticks. And I would think that in Mr. Murthy's case, there's no question. He himself will take the high ground, as it were, to make sure that governance is in place. So I would only say that the textbook solution, that's a lesson that I have learned, does not always work. You have to tailor solutions to the challenge that you have at hand. And ultimately, the results speak for themselves.
But, was this dramatic shake-up really necessary to reboot Infosys? You have the benefit of hindsight, because if you look at the sector today, growth is anyway coming back. Demand is returning because of an improving US economy, improving discretionary spend. So, do you think Infosys could have anyway reaped that advantage if, you had waited out a quarter or two?
I think the best people to answer this is the leadership itself. I'll only put this into context from the board's vantage point, without, I would say, telling you any secrets. If you look at it, and that is what is in the public domain, I'll just analyze in the next 30 seconds or so. If you see what has happened, basically the first thing that Mr. Murthy has done is get the structure right. The second thing he has done, or probably the first thing he started, but things fell in place, is look at what I would call very simply grow profitably. By grow profitably, I mean grow in a way that your margins start improving. So your margins you've seen that margin growth in this quarter. That margin growth has happened because of actions taken. Margin growth has not happened because you have repriced necessarily. Margin growth has happened because you introspected and seen where is it that there could be slippages in margin and corrected it. Again, I salute the executive team for doing that. I think these are all things that are needed to be done at a particular point in time in a company's history. I think Murthy has done that along with the team.